Hey guys, Rich Pasini here, your eBay seller. Today I want to do some reseller news and I want to share some stuff with you. And I have a program called Fidelity Market Pro, I believe it's called. And it's got live feeds from the stock market, and I want to share with you guys right now. The reason I'm putting this out there is because I'm going to read some news about eBay stock. And I want to show you some new a new podcast they came out with, and I got some other stuff. So if you could stick around and check it out, it'd be great. So without further ado, let's go over here. This is live feed right now. The stock market, as you will know, well, for those who don't know, the stock market closes at 4 p.m. over here, East Coast time in New York. And this is what we got going on right here. If you could look, this is all live right now. It's 3:46. Of course, when this video was recorded, it's going to be old news. As you can see up here, the Dow Jones, everything is down, NASDAQ, S&P. I am not a stock advisor. I'm not a person that's a financial wizard here as far as the stuff. I'm just putting this out in case people who do have the stocks, eBay stocks, or maybe you're thinking about getting eBay stocks, you can see the up and down trends. Everything else that you see here is all live feed. And of course, once this video is created, all this information will be discarded. It'll be there, but it's not going to be active anymore. The reason why I'm doing this right now is, like I said, again, the stock market's going to close in 10 minutes here. It's 3:47, right? So this is what's going on. You can see the trend here. It started off this morning. I think when it started off, it was like, I don't know, 40 and change or something like that, 40.79. You can see right up here as I move the graph, you can see the green and red. You can see how it treads down, whatever. I do not have any stocks. If anyone's asking, wondering, or do I have any stocks in eBay? No, I do not. I do not have any stocks in here. But you can see the way it's been trending up and down. It's like a roller coaster. Me personally, like I said, I'm a little, conservative if I was to get involved with the stock market. But as you can see, it's right now, I think it's dipped over here. If you look over here, the eBay Inc., it's 38 and change, right? Yeah. So I don't know if anybody out there is into the stock market, but if you are, I always say it's like anything else. If you got discretionary income to do that, to invest in the stock market, it's one thing. Me personally, like I said, right now, I'm backing off on it. Not that I'm saying it's anything bad. I'm going to read some information that eBay did post on their eBay corporate website there. But yeah, this is what's going on right now. As you can see, before the Dow Jones was up, it was green. Now it went down to red again here. So but like I said again, these are live feeds right here. So it's like I said, right now, according to the little timestamp up there in the upper right corner, it says 3:48. But this is what's going on here. You can see it right over here, the volume too. Look at this here. Look at the volume. Wow. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at this, guys. See, over here, and then it breaks it down at 11 a.m. This is what it was, 11 a.m., 12, 1, 2, and then, like I said, at 4 o'clock it'll be closing up. But this is the volumes over here, like I said. Yeah, I don't have any stock positions in here. I have no stocks with eBay whatsoever. I was at one point, thinking about it, getting involved with it, but I said right now, with the way things are going, inflation's high and everything, and I don't want to go that route just yet. All right, but you can see, like I said, it's fluctuate. Look over here. This is a live feed right now, folks. This is a live feed right here. You can see it's 38.84. It's down, and it goes up and down. Yeah. Today, you can see it's for November 3rd. It'll be closing out shortly. What, another, where is it? Yeah, another 10 more minutes will be closing out. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. This program is called Fidelity Active Trader Pro. I believe if you have an account with them there, I believe you could use this software as well to download it. I guess that's done through Fidelity, so you might want to look into that there. What I do like about the software package, you could pretty much key in anything, and you could do, you could study the market like that as well, with the graphs and stuff like that there. You can put anything in there. It's all how you want to set it up. Like I said, on the top, it's got the trade and orders, quotes and watch lists. It's got the options, news and research. It's got the alerts. It's got charts. It's got the layouts. So it's got a lot. It's got a lot to feature. Like a lot to offer for those who are, just basic people who want to learn this, a little about the stock market. If you are going to get involved with the stock market, you might want to read books on it and stuff like that, and study it really good. And if you do get involved with it, I'm not, like I said, I am not a stock person here. I would definitely not go too heavy in it. If you got, like I said, a little cash to play around with, that's one thing. But as with anything, you can lose a lot of money as well, as they tell you. Now, the thing is with this program here, I was looking up on YouTube. I typed in Fidelity Active Trader Pro, and they have some people that use this program, and they'll teach you. They'll tell you some of the stocks that they bought and how they made money and stuff like that. So, if you guys are interested in checking stuff like that out, you could do that as well. Like I said, then it's got over here, it's got the news. Okay, it's got my news over here, and then over here it's got the futures, as you can see here, corn, lean hog, live cattle. You can see some stuff is in the red, some stuff is in the green. Looks like I got more red than green. And the same thing over here. This is the most active. These are the markets. You can see these things are going really crazy. Look at over here where my mouse cursor is. Look at this. These things are really going crazy over here. Yeah, it's a pretty good program. And you could add more windows to it, but the only thing is you got to size or reposition it. So, if you're going to study a particular stock or a company, whatever, and read up on it, you could also do that too. It's got a lot of features in here. Again, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you have to have an account with them, where you could try, you can find out, you can give them a call and find out about this Active Trader Pro. I don't know if a person's a day trader, if they would consider using something like this. They may, I don't know if you guys are familiar with day traders. I heard stories about that. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's when it comes to things of that nature, like, day trading, I think from what I heard, you got to really be on top of it. And I think there was a setup one time, a guy had, I don't know where it was, where I seen it, and he had a couple of monitors at his home. He was doing this at his home. He was a day trader. And, man, you got to be up on things. I don't know if they buy and sell stocks right up there. They watch it to go up, and then soon, they buy it at a certain price, just like anything else. And then once it hits a certain level, boom, they sell out, and then they go out and buy more. I don't know exactly, but I had a friend that was a day trader, and he claimed he made quite a bit of money. And how it came about is, I was asking him one time, he was coming in with all these expensive watches. I was one of the jobs, because I used to be a loan sale order for a mortgage corporation. And I was wondering, I said to this guy, his name was Tom, I said, excuse me, I go, what's with all the watches? He's got all these different Breitling watches, Rolexes and stuff like that. He goes, oh, I collect them. I go, you collect watches? He goes, yeah. I go, these knockoff watches, the lookalikes. He goes, no, these are all brand. He goes, these are all genuine watches and stuff like that. And we got talking and stuff. And I asked him, I said, if you don't mind me asking, we make so much money at the mortgage company. I was just curious, like, we do. He goes, I do day trading. I go, really? And he said, he was, from what he was telling me, he goes, he made quite a bit of money day trading, where he could afford to buy those type of watches. One would only dream about owning a watch like that. I mean, myself, I have this little Casio watch here, but it does the job. It's my watch will tell the same time his $3,000 or $4,000 watch would, right? But yeah, that's how it was back in those days, and that's what he said. He goes, he did day trading. Again, I heard it's pretty, you really got to be like glued to the monitor. Again, if maybe there's some people out there who are day traders, you could probably enlighten us or enlighten me about it, but I think that's the way it works. I never really did a research on day trading. I do have a book about e-trading. It's I'm looking at the reason I'm looking over here. I'm looking at my little bookshelf over there, and I'm looking at it says e-trading, and it's probably old, outdated stuff anyway. If anyone's gonna get involved with trading or doing any stock trading or anything or buying stocks, you might want to read up on it, or if they have classes and stuff like that, learn a little more about it. But if you're with Fidelity, they will manage your portfolio and stuff like that. They'll put the stocks in growth funds and stuff like that that'll help your income grow as well. Fidelity is pretty good. There's other ones out there, but I know of this one here, and they do have videos, like I said, on YouTube, and this girl talks about it, and she just happened to be doing about this Fidelity Active Trader Pro, and she was talking about the stocks that she bought. I think she did it last year. I know it's last year's information. I know. But she was just saying how she grew her income from certain stocks to like X amount of money to, I don't know. I think she mentioned something like, I think $17,000 or something. I don't know if it went from 10,000 to 17. It's on there. You know, I could drop a link if you want to check it out. If you're interested in stuff like this here. But this is a pretty good program, folks. I don't know if we could keep watching it. The stock is going to close. You know, the stock market's going to close in another 4 more minutes. If you guys want to just check it out, as you can see, the Dow Jones is down, Nasdaq is down, S&P is down, and again, eBay is right now it's at $38 and change. I don't know if any of you guys out there are into the stock market, or if you own eBay stocks. The only reason why I have this here is because I am an eBay seller. As you can see, my eBay power seller hat. I know you guys also know me with the YouTube too. I'm also I am a YouTube creator. Yeah, it's a pretty cool program though. It's pretty cool. And like I said again, you could add different companies in there. I'm only tracking eBay right now. I think I might have another one. I think I have Apple that I track. I don't have Apple stocks. IBM is another one. I like the tech stocks. You know, like I didn't check into Amazon as well, you know, but you know, I don't have the capital to really invest money into it. Like I said again, if a person does invest in the stock market, you know, be prepared for losses. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could see it. Look how it trended over here earlier. Look where my mouse cursor is. You can see how it started off. Not much. It's not much to me. Like I said, I'm not a stock person here, stock market analyst. But for me, for what it looked like, it started off at over here this morning. It was about at $40.57, and then of course it started trailing down. And now, if you could see over here, my mouse cursor moving, it's $38 and change. So I mean, you know, if you bought it at that price, you know, you'd be looking. It's like, oh, I just lost a few bucks. You know, a couple dollars here and there, whatever. But you know, it's the day. Then you see over here it says it opened up at $39.91, and then it says the day range, right, 38 to 41, 40, and then it's got the plus whatever minus there, or I should say dash there, $40.93, whatever. And that's closing, and it's going to be closing soon. Like I said, and then you get the 52-week high, low, and you can see at one time the 52-week low was like $35 and change. That was back on October 13th, 2022, last month. So. Yeah, they're going to be closing up in another 2 minutes. If you guys want to stick around and watch it and see, maybe you might be interested in any of the stuff down here. Like I said, again, they got the futures here. This is just to give you an idea of what this is all about. It's a good program, though. It really is. I think it's a good program. If someone was to ask me, would I use this for day trading? I probably would. I would set up, you know, so many accounts on there. Like again, you see how I got the over here where the screen is here? I put these like this. I shrunk the thing down, the layout, and I put over here, you know, the Dow Jones Index, you know, Nasdaq and S&P. You could do that with different companies too. You could, you know, actually do that as well. You can position the screens any way you want, make them bigger. I can make this screen here, the eBay screen, really wide if I have to. But as far as like everything else, like you're probably wondering the futures and the, you know, the one over here for the markets. I'm just monitoring them right now just to see what's going on. The stock market's going to close in so many seconds now. Where that's 359 right now. It's going to be closing probably within a countdown is 35 seconds there, and didn't look too good today, I tell you. But again, you know, it's what is it going to close out at right now? 38.80. Yeah, it's about $38. Well, it started off at what, 39? It opened up at $39.91. And at one point it was $40, and yep. So it looks like it's going to be $38 and change, whatever. But again, I don't know. That's it. Stock market is closed. I guess everything's going to stop now, right? I think it will. Still going to go? Nope. Everything just froze. Okay. Anyway, it looks like it froze, right? Still going? Maybe it's, I don't know. But I know the stock market over here in New York closes. Anyway. I'm going to log out of here, and I want to show you some other stuff about eBay. If you guys want to stick around, check it out. It'd be greatly appreciated. Let's go over here. Let's shut down here. And we're going to do this to save the layout because I did change things around earlier. Okay, what I want to talk about here is this. Okay, we talk about stocks again. This is from the eBay corporate, and it's to get there. If you want to read this yourself, they have up here companies. This is the company, of course. You can read about it. Stories, impact tech, investors, careers. This one here they posted out. This was November 2nd, yesterday's earnings, whatever. And let me give you a URL in case you want to check it out. It's www.ebayinc.com. Okay? All right. I'm going to read a little into it. It goes on to say here, Q3 revenue of $2.4 billion, GMV, and then I think that's gross merchandise value, something like that, volume. I'm going to show you that in the other one there with the other software, the websites there. Okay. Anyway, let's read a little into this here. As you can see here, this is the video. I'm not going to play it, okay, because I don't want this video to be too long. But you can see here the revenue for 2.4 billion was down 5% as a reported basis, down 2% on the FX neutral basis. Now, I'm not going to get into all this stuff here because all this, financial mumbo jumbo, it may not be too much to you. It might not be too much to me. So I'm just going to put it out there. If you want to go to the site, you could read it like this. I will scroll down here. If you guys want to pause it for yourself to read, you're more than welcome to do that. But I always recommend people, when I give you websites, folks, I always recommend people to go directly to the websites because there may be active hyperlinks in there. And for those who know what an active hyperlink is, it's when the arrow turns into a hand, and when you click it, it bumps you over to another web page or whatever. It takes you to another page. It hyperlinks you over there. So, I'll scroll down here. If you don't want to go to, I don't want to go to the site, you could read it off of here if you choose to do so. Okay. Now, the reason I'm doing this here, folks, is because not only being an eBay seller, I've been with eBay, by the way, in case you guys are wondering, for 23 years. Not that it makes me an eBay guru. And again, I'm not an eBay statistician here. I can tell you about the financials up and down of it. I do follow the stocks on here just to see, and I like to get a little insight of what's going on behind the scenes, so to speak. Not that I understand 150% of it, but I like to put it out there, okay? And for those of you out there who do know all this stuff, or very acclimated with and familiar with it, this may mean something to you. So I'll scroll down, and then I'm going to bump out of this page here, okay? You can check it out at your own leisure, if you, like I said, if you choose to do so, okay? All right, this is quite a bit here to look at. Again, if you're a person that knows all about stocks and stuff like that, a lot of this stuff here may be of help to you, especially if you're going to invest in eBay. Okay. All right. Let's see here. We're just getting ready to go down to the bottom here. Let me just move me over for a second. I want to see how much more I got to go here. Okay. All of a sudden now it's like skipping now. Okay. All right. I don't know why it's doing that, folks. Now it's jumpy. All right. All right. So there you have it. Okay. Let me move myself down over here again. And let's close this window out. And I want to go to this site. This is one of my favorite sites. I got 3 windows with the same company opened up on here, and I'm going to share it with you. And for those who are wondering what it is, for those who follow me, I do like e-commerce bites. I think it's one of the very informative sites when it comes to online reselling. Okay, I think it's very good. If you could also sign up for their newsletter if you choose to do so. It's right over here. You just type in your email address. And when it says how heard, you could say from Richard Pasini's YouTube channel. I don't get anything for it. I don't get anything for any of these websites I show you. I have no affiliate links whatsoever. If I did have an affiliate link, I would let you guys know right up front. I'd say, yeah, I have an affiliate link, and every time you click it on, I'm going to get something out of it. I'm not. So just putting it out there in case you guys are wondering. Some people may say, well, maybe he's giving it to us because he wants us to, he's going to get a little kickback. I'm not. But let me give you the URL anyway. It's www.ecommercebytes.com. And I like to throw the dates up there to let you know the information is pretty current. There are times I will reflect back to a later date, and especially if it pertains to something today at the present. You know what I'm saying? I might want to share something with you guys. All right. But anyway, let's read along. This says eBay GMV and revenue fall in Q3 2022 from a year ago. It goes on to say eBay revenue was down 5% in the third quarter year over year, or 2% excluding the effects of the foreign exchange. GMV, gross merchandise volume, was down 11%, or 5% on an FX neutral basis, but the company called the results better than expected. Now, again, I'm not going to read all of this stuff because, like I said, I got 2 other windows I want to share with you guys. and then I want to take it to the eBay community chat page. This way I want to show you some stuff over there. All right. Again, you could read more into this here. I know we just came back from that one there. In regards to the active hyperlink, remember I was telling you back the active hyperlink? See here, these are all active hyperlinks. Okay, the blog archives. You see when the arrow turns to a hand? That's an active hyperlink. When you click it on, it'll hyperlink you to another page. So that's why that's why I gave you the URL to go directly to the sites there, okay? It'll take you, and even over here too, okay? All active hyperlinks here, okay? And this site's got a lot of good information, folks. It really does, all right? So I'm going to bump out of here. This is the story you're looking for, okay? I don't want to read too much into it because, like I said, again, this video will be too long. So let's bump out of here. All right, same company. This one came out October 31st, 2022. It says eBay acknowledges glitch impacting ended listing search, okay? eBay acknowledged a glitch that prevents sellers from finding their ended items. And this eBay glitch/bug, one seller asked on Sunday, after a few more sellers said that they too were experiencing the problem with an eBay moderator wrote, it looks like there was a known site-wide issue when trying to search sold or ended items. If any member is running into this, they can reach our customer service. Here, you click it on active hyperlink and let them know that they're running into an alert 14239. Okay, now they're giving them numbers. Okay. All right. Then it says eBay has proactively announced the glitch does not appear pinned threads and glitches. And then again, you could read the technical issue board. You can go to that as well. Everything with this site, when you see the purplish lettering here, these are all active hyperlinks. And in order to get to them, like I said, again, you got to click it on. I'm not going to keep clicking this on because, again, it'll take too long. All right. And I always tell people, whenever you check these, go to these sites here, it's always nice to read the comments. I don't know. I get a kick out of the comments because some people put some stuff out there you might find really interesting, or they may bring things to your attention that you and I are not aware of. Okay. Here's just to read the bottom part. It says in another thread, a seller described the same problem impacting sold items. I'll be honest with you. I've been selling, like I said, for 23 years on eBay, on and off. And I have found that my sales have been really slow. I mean, I'm making a sale here and there, and I remember telling people that I was going to, if I made 10 or more sales, I was going to do a month-end sales video. But it's been really not that good for me to do that. And I'm not going to, do it for a couple of them. I'd rather do it for at least 10, and that's not even great. I figured 10 or more, I would do that there, do a video like that. But you know what? I said, nah, better not. But anyway, you could check this story out, okay? You could read more into this here. You get a chance. All right, so let's close this one out here. Okay, let's check this story out. This one came out November 1st, 2022. Seller stuck after eBay gives his buyer a $12.50 discount. Let's read a little into this here. It's not long. Dear Ina, I have read about this before, but it never happened to me until today. One of my listings sold for $62.50 through eBay Global Shipping. I listed the item for $75. I did not offer best offer. When I called eBay, the short version is they said maybe I didn't remember accepting best offer. I reminded him I had been selling since 1998 and politely said I was offended by that remark. Long story short, I could cancel the sale, and if I get a negative feedback, they will remove it. I asked if our conversation was documented, if I need to refer to it in the future. He said no, and then he actually said, don't worry, eBay has your back. So I am shipping the item, and hopefully this new buyer in China won't say the item is not as described. John. Now, let me explain something to you guys. First off, you ever go, whenever you're selling an item similar, let's say, let me just use an example. Let's say I was going to sell this iPhone 8. And when you get ready to do your listings, you go on eBay and you type in there iPhone 8, and you'll do your own comps. You're going to do comparison shopping, right? Because you want to make sure you're not selling yours underselling or overpricing it, right? And when you go on there, you see it's the same exact model list, that and the other thing. It's good. It's got all the good functionality, features, and everything with it. And then when you go to that seller who sell that item, you ever see when they say it on eBay, it'll say sell one, have one to sell. You click it on. Be careful, because that's like a pre-formatted template, I believe, the way I understand it, from that seller. Okay, when you click it on, if you take notice, okay, you're going to see that seller's title in there, and you're going to see all the information there. Okay, when it comes to doing things of that nature, right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but go down line per line, okay, line per line, and see if that person has global shipping checked off, because that happened to me. I don't really ship global shipping, and fortunately, I must have done that inadvertently without thinking. I had an item to sell. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it says have one to sell, whatever, and I clicked it on. I said, okay, title's the same. I left it alone. Same item. I don't remember exactly what it was. And anyway, I get an email a couple days later. Oh, congratulations, your item got shipped out to the global. Thanks for using the global shipping program. I was like, what? Global ship? I don't ship international. I like to stay with the United States. Okay. And apparently I called up eBay and, I wanted to verify it and stuff like that. I said, I don't use the global shipping program. And they said, well, apparently you must have at one point. Then I thought about it. I said, well, I can't say verbatim that it was eBay's fault. I'm not going to say they checked it off, whatever. It might have been something the way I set up my listing. So inadvertently, what I'm trying to say is, when I did that have one to sell thing, I clicked it on, that person who was selling that same exact item apparently used the global shipping program. But I wasn't paying attention to it, and I just listed it. And long story short, I didn't have the same problem like this person. It got there, no problem. But now, whenever I do stuff like that, and I'm listing, I look at the listing features there, and I make sure that's not there. There's nothing wrong with the program. I'm not, belittling it or saying it's bad. I just don't like to ship international. Okay? Some of you out there may try it and you say, well, it's not that bad. I like it. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just not a person that ships international. So just be careful when you're doing your listings. Go, like I said, go line by line and make sure certain things are checked off, certain things are not. If the person is a bold listing, you ever see how much they charge for bold listing? I think it's a few bucks, if I'm not mistaken. I know if you add a secondary category, eBay charges for that. Promoted listings, they charge you for. It just goes on. I don't want to get into that topic. But anyway, that's the story. If you want to read, well, there's not really much to read in it, really. I've read the whole thing to you. It's really small here, unless you want to read the comments. Yeah. The comments are pretty funny, though. I have to honestly say, you should check them out if you get a chance. All right, I'm going to close the screen out, and now we're going to go to the eBay community chat board here. I call it chat board. If you want to get there, just like you could do a Google search, just type in eBay community. It'll bring you there. Click it on. It brings you to this window. Now, you can see here, it says, welcome back, shop RJ Pasini for great deals, because that's my eBay name. That's why I go into the store. When you go here, you're going to see seller news. You're going to see the announcements, seller update archive, and it's going to have the 2022 fall update. You could read the fall update now, as far as I know. What's new? Seller check-in. When you go over here, buying, selling, shipping, buying, payments, returns, seller tools, iOS app, and Android. Then you got product categories, handbags, watches, collectibles and art, electronics, fashion, home and garden, jewelry, motors, and sporting goods, toys and hobbies. And then you got the seller groups. Okay, when you click them on, you're going to get a pull-down menu, and it's going to have it under eBay categories, antiques, art, and so on and so forth. Same thing with the business. Anything with the pull-down arrows, when you hit that little thing there, it's going to have a drop-down menu. You're going to read more stuff into it. Okay, check it out if you get a chance. The announcements is pretty good in a way. Like, it'll give you the latest. I don't know if we're in the announcement page right now. Let me see. Is anything going on? Okay, these are the latest announcements. It's good to give you an idea of what's going on. If you're an eBay seller and you want to keep abreast of things, like I said, I've been on eBay for 23 years. I like to come back to this every now and then. I like to go to the eBay community and see what new things are coming in to their website, or what new ideas they're going to be implementing. Hopefully it's going to be good. I can't say for sure, but whatever. But over here it'll say eBay's 2022 holiday outlook. And then they got over here shipping labels and all that other stuff that you could read more into it. This guy here, a vice president GM at eBay US, he must be a new person. What I want to share with you guys over here, we'll keep going through here, but let's see. Hold on for a second here. was it this one here? They have things over here. The seller groups, is it? No, maybe it's this one here. If you're going to sell, when you click on selling, if I can click it, my computer is really slow. It'll say here, look for something new to sell, find out how to sell and connect with other members and advice. You could go to the forum over here and you could read pretty much what's in there. You could also start a conversation up here as you choose to do so. And you could read again what other people are talking about, and you could, chime in if you choose to do so. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back over here again. I'm just trying to show you the stuff I use in here. Shipping, payments, seller tools. I got the seller tools here. Especially if you're new to eBay, you're thinking about selling, you can go over here, look at this here again. File exchange has moved to Seller Hub reports, and I'll give you, again, updates on stuff that's been changed or whatever. Okay. Let's see. Product categories. Again, we know about that there. Returns and so on and so forth. What I want to show you is they came out with a new podcast. Now, there's two now they added here. This is the latest one right here. This is the eBay Seller Spotlight. I just got an email about this here the other day, and this is what it's all about. Every seller has a story, and every minute is unique. Journey, new episodes monthly. Now, apparently it's going to be monthly, I guess. And again, they also have the other one, the eBay for Business. Now, this one here has been around for a while, okay? And they're up to episode 215. That's how many episodes they put out. From what I understand, this channel here, this podcast comes out I think on Tuesdays, if I'm not mistaken. Every Tuesday it comes out if you choose to listen to it. I highly recommend you do. They put out good pointers out there. They really do. And they got good information. They got good hosts that come in there. This is Griff, who's been with eBay for many, many moons. I think he was probably one of the people that was with Pierre Omidia, I think his name is. Pierre Omidia, I don't know what his name is. You know what I'm talking about. The founder of eBay. I think it's Pierre Omidia. I think that's what it is. Sometimes I think I say the guy's name wrong. I'm sorry if I do. But he's been with them, I think, since the company started. But anyway, they got all these stories over here. And you could go back, you could go probably right back to the other one there. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, they have archives here where you could read, listen to it way back when. Yeah. See, and I think each time you go, it'll take you back, 419. It's got a lot of pages to keep going through. So you could check out the older ones if you choose to do so. If you want to stay caught up, every Tuesday come out. I'm not sure the time. You have to find out the time. And in regards to how long the segments are, they all range. I don't know. Sometimes they could be a half hour, 40 minutes. Sometimes they tell you. And they give you a little idea of what it's all about. Like if you were to click this one on here, let's say this is the latest one, right? We click this on here, it'll take you to that window, and it's going to be like this, how it looks like, and it'll tell you over here, this one here is going to be 37 minutes long, and over here it says, they'll give you an overview of what they're going to talk about. It says the Vanex share how they built their seller analytics and bookkeeping app. My reseller Jeannie and Griff and Brian answer questions about combining shipments and when a seller is not able to offer combined purchase at checkout. And these are the topics they'll talk about, okay? And you can read more. Again, they got more hyperlinks here. A lot of hyperlinks there. But that's how it'll be if you ever want to get an idea. So basically between like half hour, 40 minutes sometimes. I don't remember them going too long, But in either way, it's like I said, in any event, it's good information, And what's nice about it is you could always listen to it at your own time too, at your own leisure. All right? So that's what we got going on here. And if you want to get to the eBay community, like I said again, just type in eBay community. This is the new thing here. Like I said, I got this email the other day, and I'm going to check it out and see what it's all about. This is episode one over here. This was Chasing Prices and Passions, the story behind Chase Clifford's vintage eBay store, and it's the new one. And yeah, so okay. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be pretty good. I'm going to have to leave open that window. I'm going to check it out. You guys might want to check it out as well. Okay, that's all I have for you right now. This is Rich Pasini signing off. If you like this video or any of my other videos, please don't forget that subscribe button, like, comment, share. And if you want to be updated when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. And just to let you guys know, give you a heads up, I do the reseller news and I do the Let's Talk eBay. And I'm also a vlogger. So I like to talk about how to create a YouTube channel. For those who hit my YouTube channel, you might see videos like that. I've been doing some short videos too, just to those little 1 minute shorts are not bad, by the way, to be honest with you. And let me say one other thing too. when it comes to creating a YouTube channel, not that I want to throw it in the mix, but I will say this though: if you are starting a YouTube channel, okay, and you sell on eBay, you might want to use that that YouTube channel to promote your eBay store. If you have a store, have an eBay store. And what's good about it is, you could throw like a little blurb out there. Now, they don't want, as far as I know, if you're doing a description on eBay, they don't want active hyperlinks in there. Okay, I'll tell you right up front, they don't want you to have an active hyperlink, even though you say, well, suppose you're on eBay. Let's say you do a description, and at the bottom of the description you say, check out my YouTube store, or my YouTube channel, and you put an active hyperlink in there. I think it's going to get rejected if I'm not mistaken. They don't want you off the platform. Okay, I remember that there way back when people were talking about that there. And if you put an item or a description, let's say you copy and paste it for somebody from another company, whatever. Let's say again, you're selling the iPhone here, and you want to get some information on maybe the features, the functionality of it, right? And you go to, let's say, Apple Store or something like, or an Apple website, and you copy and paste that information, which you shouldn't, but people probably do, and you put it in your eBay description. What people don't realize, there's little keywords and little meta tags, I think, they have files or whatever, that may have an active hyperlink in there, and it will be flagged. It will be flagged. And in some cases, I think eBay will message you first. If you don't, I believe, unless they changed it, they will remove that listing. So be careful when it comes to things like that, okay? What you could do in your eBay, I keep saying eBay, in your YouTube, with your YouTube channel, okay, you can add videos to your eBay listings, okay? What you could do when you're creating that video for eBay, you could put in there, to see more, check out my eBay store. But I wouldn't put an active hyperlink in there, because that there will trigger off the eBay algorithm, and they will pick that up, and you'll get some notification on that there. I'm not sure if they're going to take it off or whatever, but they'll give you either warning or whatever to remove it or rectify it. But don't put that there. You could just say, for more information, check out my eBay store. And just giving you're giving your store name, like mine is shop-rjpasini-for-great-deals. It's not active hyperlink. I'm just saying verbally right here. I'm just giving a verbal shout out here. Okay, so you could probably do something like that. But I tell you one thing: there are YouTube sellers out there. Okay, YouTube sellers. Well, I call them YouTube sellers. eBay sellers that have YouTube channels. Well, I'm really getting really messed up today. You know what I mean? I think it's time for that late afternoon coffee here, or evening coffee. Anyway, yeah, there are eBay sellers out there that have YouTube channels, and they promote their business like that. Okay, how I know? Because I follow those guys, and I'm not going to give you the YouTube, URL there, but they do pretty good with it. Okay, so you might want to check into that. But anyway. That's all I have to say for you, to you guys right now. If you have any questions or anything, drop it in the comment below. I respond to nice comments. I don't respond to nasty ones. I just remove them or block them, whatever. But I will respond to any nice comments. If you want more information about today's video or any other stuff I talk about, just drop a comment below. All right. I'm now going to let you guys go. I don't know how long this video is going to be, and I really do apologize, but I just want to put it out there. I'll talk to you guys the next time. And if you're an eBay seller, I'm wishing you all the best in sales. Good luck, and bye-bye for now.